is resolved. This video has been prepared for educational purposes only. No part of it may be reproduced or copied without the permission of the copyright holder.
Hello friends, I, Shreyans Kothari, welcome you all to the YouTube channel of S. Chand Academy. In this channel, we usually provide you video solutions of the published books so that these videos complement the book. You just need to scan the QR code and yes, you are there. We are trying to make that old saying true, किताबें भी बोलती हैं. Generally, we follow a simple pattern to all these videos. We just make you understand the simple concept or the basic concept behind the topic. And then we try to solve some of the questions from the book. This video can be seen standalone also because this video in itself is complete to clear the doubts. Talking about this book, man, this is the Quantitative Aptitude by S. Chand. One of the best books you can find for this particular section in the country. Why so? Because I guess this is the most comprehensive book available as it is regularly updated. The new questions are added and you name an exam, you will find this book appropriate. Why so? It is for bank, SSC, railways, MBAs, hotel management, sub-inspectors, UPSC, you name it and it is there. So for quantitative aptitude, even for the campus recruitments, students follow this book. And I guess this is the most comprehensive book of all and I guess the oldest one. Why I am saying oldest one? Oldest one with the updated one. So you don't have to go anywhere else, just stick to this book. So without wasting time, let's move to the chapter. So here we go with the chapter number 19, that is boats and streams. Boats and streams दोस्तों एक ऐसा चैप्टर है जो स्पीड डिस्टेंस टाइम के जैसा चैप्टर है. दैट मीन्स इसमें क्या होगा, एक स्ट्रीम होगी. स्ट्रीम का मतलब है रिवर होगी या कोई फ्लो ऑफ करंट होगा, पानी बह रहा होगा, बोट चल रही होगी, समथिंग लाइक दैट. एंड इन दैट केस ऑल्सो पानी जब बहता है, अगर आपने कभी साइकिल चलाई हो तो साइकिल के सामने जब बहुत तेज हवा आती है तो आपको साइकिल पे दम बहुत ज्यादा लगाना रहता है. बट इफ यू गो विद द फ्लो, दैट मीन्स व्हेन यू आर गोइंग इन द सेम डायरेक्शन ऑफ विंड, मुझे लगता है बहुत इजीली आप टक करोगे और वो साइकिल चलती चली जाएगी, चलती चली जाएगी, चलती चली जाएगी. In the similar fashion, it happens in boats and streams. When the boat goes with the stream, it is like faster than the usual speed. And if it goes against the stream, that means it will be a slower one, right? So, what exactly needs to be done? क्या करना है, क्या नहीं करना है, कैसे उनको ध्यान देना है, उन्हें क्या बोलते हैं? Let's learn the basic things and do some questions because the most important part is do some questions. This video solution is all about motivating you all to do all the questions of the chapter. This chapter, not a big chapter, there are few questions and out of those few questions, I am doing some of the questions for you. Remaining question, you must do it, do all the questions and remember that the specialty of this book is it has all the answers with all the proper solution and also error free. So must do questions, right? चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं हम लोग. बेसिक थ्योरी को समझ लेते हैं कि कौन सी चीज क्या होती है, उसके बाद थोड़ा सा आगे बढ़ा जाएगा. See, in water, the direction along the stream is called as downstream and the direction against the stream is called as upstream. Downstream means when you go down the stairs, your speed is faster. In the similar way, when current is flowing, what is current? Current means anything which is like flow of water, right? यहाँ पे इलेक्ट्रिसिटी वाला करंट नहीं है, झटका आ जाएगा वाला. यहाँ तो करंट का मतलब है फ्लो ऑफ वाटर. Say for example, this is a source of water. Say for example, a river flowing, a canal flowing, right? So it is flowing like this, in this direction, right? If it is going in this direction and there is my boat, right? If it goes in the direction of water, for sure the water speed will be added to the boat speed. And if it goes against the flow of water, against the flow, it will not get the speed of water, or otherwise I should tell you, ये जो speed है ये तो और इसको रोकेगी, इसको help नहीं करेगी, इसको stop करेगी, right? So how the velocity changes, how the speed changes in upstream and downstream, let's see. If the speed of a boat in still water is u kilometer per hour, so the boat speed, the original speed in still water, if water is not moving at all, if that speed is u kilometer per hour and the stream speed is v kilometer per hour, stream is going, what is stream? The flow of water is going in v kilometer per hour speed, right? Speed downstream, downstream means you go with the flow, you go with the stream. It is v plus u kilometer per hour because that speed will be added to the boat speed. बोट की स्पीड और जो पानी की स्पीड है वो जुड़ जाएगी उसको और तेज ले जाएगी, इसीलिए उसके डाउनस्ट्रीम का है. अपस्ट्रीम, अपस्ट्रीम इज u minus v, that means boat speed in still water minus the speed of the water. Why? Because that is opposing the actual speed, so that will be exactly minus, right? So you need to remember these speed, because if it is going downstream, both the speeds are added. The boat boat in the still water and the water speed. But if it is going upstream against the water, that means you need to subtract the stream speed from the main the boat speed in the still water, right? Third and very important part, if the speed downstream is a kilometer per hour, say for example downstream the boat is going with a kilometer per hour and the upstream is going with b kilometer per hour, there are two different speeds. One speed is like the boat is going upstream against the water, right? And the other is like coming downstream. Downstream means going with the flow of water, right? So if you need to find the speed in still water, water is still, and you want to find the speed of boat in that still water, just average out. Average out means add both the speeds, divide by 2. Add both the speeds, divide by 2, and that in the kilometer per hour, right? So that is the speed of boat in still water. Rate of stream. Rate of stream means flow of current. Flow of current means flow of water. So speed of water. What is the speed of water? Just subtract these two and do it half. Subtract these two means you need to subtract the upstream speed from the downstream speed and divide it by 2, and you will get the flow of water speed, rate of the current, rate of the stream. So these 4 formula will make your chapter very easy. What you need to do is just do some questions with me, right? One more formula, that is the basic formula of speed, distance, time. Basic formula, so that you can relate all the other formulas, is speed is equal to distance upon time. I am sure ये आपने बचपन से लेके अभी तक बहुत सारी बार पढ़ा है, and that is very important. This formula will guide you through the chapter also, right? Let's see, ये कुछ formulas हैं, and I must recommend that write all the formulas in your copy before starting the chapter, so that the concept gets clear, right? I'll try to do all the questions which are from the previous year paper, any paper, so that we are in the flow, we are to the point, so that you know कि कौन से exam में किस level के paper आए हैं, questions आए हैं from this chapter. Again I am saying this is an important chapter है, बहुत सारे exam का regular part है, continuously banking exam में आता है, MBA's exam में आता है, SSC exams में आता है. Okay, going with the first question, right? See, the speed of a boat in still water is given 22 km per hour. So still water speed, I should write here still water speed, still water, boat in still water, not the still water speed. Boat in still water is 22 km per hour, right? And the stream of current means the stream speed. So the stream speed, or should say water speed is what? It is like 3 km per hour. Okay. You need to find what is the difference between the distance traveled by boat downstream in 1 hour 30 minutes and that traveled upstream in 2 hours. So, whatever that boat traveled with this speed, upstream and downstream for a particular time, what is the difference between that distance covered by the boat, right? So, first is speed is equal to distance by time. So, distance will be speed multiplied by time. So, when you multiply speed into time, that will give you the distance, and you need to find two distances, difference between the two distances, right? First come first, still water speed is given and water speed is given, right? We need to find the downstream speed and the upstream speed. Let this downstream speed be d and the upstream speed be u. हमें पहले तो इनको फाइंड आउट करना होगा एंड उसके बाद पता चलेगा कि एक्चुअली क्या करना है, राइट? So downstream speed, if you remember, it was like half. You add the still water and the water speed. So 22, not half. Half was not done. Half was done in when you go the other way around. When the upstream and downstream speed is given, and you need to find the speed of boat in still water. If you need to find the downstream speed directly, just add these two speeds. So 22 plus 3 will give you 25 kilometer per hour, right? And that is the downstream speed when you go with the flow. And upstream speed is 22 minus 3, that is 19 kilometer per hour. So you have found both the speeds. Now distance upstream and distance downstream. So distance upstream is 19 kilometer per hour into 2 in hours, right? When we add this, when we difference this with 25 kilometer per hour into 1.5 is 1 by 2, we call it 1.5. This is the actual thing you need to find out. Why? Because this is the distance upstream, and this is the distance downstream, right? And the question was, you need to find the difference between the distance, right? Okay, so 19 into 2 is 38 and 25 into 1.5, 0.5 means 12.5 to be added to 25, that is 37.5. So eventually it is 0.5 kilometer. The difference is just 0.5 kilometer, half a kilometer difference, right? So is there any option? Yes, it is. So it is from the previous year question paper, RBI Assistant Prelims, very recently, not a very old question. So it also come in exam. You need to know the level of the exam, and I don't think it is a big challenge for you. Just doing a small calculation and you are there, right? Let's move on to another question. आगे चलते हैं, second question पे चलते हैं. Second question क्या कह रहा है? आपको दे रखा है the speed of boat when traveling downstream. So downstream speed is given. What is it? It is 38 kilometer per hour. And when traveling upstream, it is 32 kilometers. So upstream speed is also given, 32 kilometer per hour. So when you go with the flow, the speed is more. When you go against the flow, the speed is slow. What is the speed of the boat in still water? You need to find the speed of boat in still water, and I think that is one of the easiest questions you will get. Why I have took this? First is it is an previous year paper question, number one. Number two, we know all the formulas, but we should know the application of formula as well, right? So boat in still water formula is half A plus B. A plus B means the downstream speed and the upstream speed. So it is like half. Upstream speed is 32. Yes, it is 32. And the downstream is 38. Just add them both. 38 and 32 will get 70. And half of that, 70 by 2. So final answer, that is the speed of boat in still water is 35 kilometer per hour. And here we go. We got the answer, right? So in this way, we should know where to apply what formula as well. Okay, let's move on to the next question. So question number 6 here. A boat goes 8 kilometer upstream and 12 kilometer downstream. The distance is given. The distance is like upstream it is going 8 kilometers and downstream is going 12 kilometer in 7 hours. So time is 7 hours. In 7 hours वो 8 किलोमीटर अपस्ट्रीम चढ़ता है और डाउनस्ट्रीम जब आता है तो 12 किलोमीटर हो जाता है. It goes 9 kilometer upstream and 18 downstream in 9 hours. When the time is increased, 9 घंटे हो जाते हैं तो 9 किलोमीटर अपस्ट्रीम चले जाता है और डाउनस्ट्रीम वो 18 किलोमीटर पे आ जाता है. What is the speed of the boat in still water? Still water में बोट की स्पीड क्या होगी? चेक करते हैं, अभी पता चल जाएगा. See, we know one thing. We know that speed is equal to distance upon time, right? एक काम करते हैं, स्पीड. सो अपस्ट्रीम को हमने स्पीड मान लिया u एंड डाउनस्ट्रीम को स्पीड मान लिया d, राइट? सो पहले एक बार के लिए हम देखें 7 आवर्स, दैट इज द टाइम. 7 आवर्स इज द टाइम व्हेन यू गो लाइक डिस्टेंस अपॉन टाइम स्पीड. अगर इसको मैं ऐसा लिख दूं, टाइम इज इक्वल टू डिस्टेंस अपॉन स्पीड, राइट? सो अपस्ट्रीम एंड डाउनस्ट्रीम के टाइम 7 hours is the time. See, this is the time, distance upon speed. So first distance was 8 kilometer, right? Just write 8 and speed. The 8 will be the speed of upstream plus the other speed is 12 upon d, right? This is the total time taken going upstream and downstream. That is T1, that is T2. So time is equal to distance upon speed, distance upon speed. So this is the first equation. Second equation says 9 hours, 9 kilometer by upstream and 18 kilometer by downstream, right? So I think we have two equations and two unknowns and we need to find out the answer. 9 and 8 will be like big challenge for us. 12 and 18, if you multiply by this by 3 and if you multiply this by 2, so 18 into 2 is 36 and 12 into 3 is 36. So we will get something. So just multiply this equation, the left side equation, by 3. So 7 into 3 is 21, 8 into 3 is 24 by u and 12 into 36 by d, right? This in that place we multiply this by 2, so 9 into 2 is 18, 18 by u and 36 by d. This is what we got when multiply by different things. This is the way we can cancel out 36, right? So do one thing, just minus this one. So 21 minus 18, the left side, minus 24 by u minus 18 by u, and that 36 by d and 36 by d will be cancel out, right? So we got this equation. When we go further to simplify this, 21 minus 18, so we'll get 3 here. So 24 minus 18, so 24 minus 18 is 6, so 6 by u. So when we calculate this, it comes like upstream speed is 2, right? We have got u is equal to 2. Just put that in any equation. U is equal to 2. What we'll do is we'll put it here. In here, 7 is equal to 8 by 2 plus 12 by d. This is u. U is upstream speed. So 8 by 2. We'll get 4 here. 7 minus 4 is 3. So 3 is equal to 12 by d. We just cancel out 4. So down speed is 4. So we have got down speed as 4. We have got upstream as 2. Now what is asked? What is the speed in kilometer per hour of the boat in still water? Still water में boat की speed क्या है? Very simple calculation if you remember. We have got half downstream plus upstream. So we got half 4 plus 2, that is 4 and 2 is 6, 6 by 2 is 3. So the speed is 3 kilometer per hour when the boat is in still water. So let's see what is the answer. Here we go, option number D. So in very easy manner, we have got the answer. You just need to do the simple calculation. That is not a big tough calculation, right? Just do with the flow and you will get it, right? We move on to next question, that is SSC Multitasking Staff Exam 2017. Speeds of a boat along the current and against the current are 14 km per hour and 7 km per hour. That is the downstream and that is the upstream speed respectively. What is the speed of the current? We need to find the current speed. I don't think there will be a challenge for you all. Again, a previous year question we are doing. Just subtract this 14 minus 7. So you will get 14 minus 7 is 7, 7 by 2, that is 3.5 km per hour is the speed of the stream in current. Is there any option like this? Yes, it is. So question number 10 got answer A, right? This is the way we do. Just apply the formula and a simple calculation will bring you the answer. Let's move on to question number 13 now. It is again a SSC CGL Tier 1 exam question. Let's see, what does it say? A person can row a distance of 4 km upstream in 1 hour 20 minutes and can row back the starting point in just 24 minutes. How much time will it take to row 13 km in still water, right? I don't think that will be a challenge for you. See, a distance of 4 km upstream in 1 hour 20 minutes, right? So distance, we know it very well. Speed is equal to distance upon time. I'll always start with the basic formula because in examination I don't want to get confused. I just want whatever right is right, and this from a very early age has been fit in my mind. So I'll start from this only. We need to find the speed. So its speed is equal to distance upon time. So a person can row the distance upstream. Upstream speed is distance by time. Distance of 4 km, 1 hour and 20 minutes. So 1 hour plus 20 minutes is 20 by 60 because we need to convert that into hour as well. So 0 gets cancelled. It's like 1 by 3. 3 ones are 3 plus 1 4. So it will be like 4 upon 4 by 3. So the speed upstream will be 4 gets cancelled out and the speed 4 upstream will be 3. Downstream it is given in 24 minutes it gets back. So distance is same 4 km per hour. So downstream is equal to 4 km per hour divided by 24 by 60 because it is just the 24 minutes, right? Just cancel out by 6, it will be 10 and 4. 4 gets cancelled out, the downstream will be 10 km per hour, right? So we have found distance, speed upstream and speed downstream. Now you need to find out how much time will it take to row 13 kilometers, right? In the still water, first we find out the speed of the boat in still water. So that will be like half u plus d. So u is 3 and this is 10. So we got half 10 plus 3. That will be like 13 by 2. That is the speed of boat in still water. Now we have got the speed of boat in still water. We have got the, we just need to find out the time. So again the same formula, speed is equal to distance upon time. We need to find the time. So time is equal to distance by speed, right? Distance is given 13 and speed is given 13 by 2. So we get cancelled and answer is remain 2. So is there any option like 2? Yes, it is the first option itself. A is 2 kilometers. 2 hours is what it takes to go 13 kilometers. So I don't think that will be a big challenge. First we found out the upstream speed and we found out the downstream speed with the given data. When we found both the speeds, just did one simple calculation is like when you add upstream and downstream divided by 2, you get the boat speed in still water. And in still water, if you need to find time, the basic formula is distance upon speed. And that is it. We got it. We move on to next question. This is IBPS Bank Special Officer IT Examination 2015 question. Okay. Let's see what does it say. So the speed of boat in still water is 5 times that of the current. It takes 1.1 hour to row up to point B from a point A downstream. The distance between point A and point B is 13.2. So how much distance will it cover in 312 minutes upstream? Now this question is a big challenge for us. Why it is big challenge for us? Because it is different questions from whatever we did earlier. जो पहले किए थे ना, मुझे लगता है सीधा फॉर्मूला गया और आंसर आ गया. यहाँ ऐसा नहीं हो रहा है. यहाँ क्या हो रहा है? Speed of the boat in still water is 5 times that of current, and it takes 1.1 hours to row the point B from point A, and that distance is 13.2 kilometer. So we'll do one thing. This A point and B point, distance is this, and it is like 13.2 kilometer. That is the distance given. Speed of the boat in still water. So still water speed, that is of the current. So do one thing. Current speed. We consider the current speed as x. So the boat in still water, the speed of boat, right, will be like 5x, and time taken is 1.1 hour, right? So the speed of boat is still in still water is 5x, and the current is x. So when it goes downstream, the speed of the boat in still water is that it takes this is downstream. So when it goes downstream, we need to add these two, because when it goes downstream, the speed of the boat in still water and the current speed, both of them are added. Downstream जा रही है, हम simple सा एक काम करेंगे. 5x plus x, 6x हो जाएगा. Speed is equal to distance upon time. So this is the speed is equal to distance 13.2 upon time, that is 1.1. Speed is equal to distance upon time. So we remove this point here, and then we multiply it by 12. So 6x is equal to 12. That means x is equal to what? 2, right? 11 से 132 हमने 12 से डिवाइड कर दिया. 6x की वैल्यू 12 आ गई, x की वैल्यू 2 आ गई. सो करंट की स्पीड आ गई हमारे पास 2, और बोट एंड स्टिल वाटर की स्पीड आ गई मेरे पास 10, राइट? नाउ व्हाट इज सेड, हाउ मच डिस्टेंस इन किलोमीटर विल इट कवर इन 312 मिनट्स अपस्ट्रीम? एंड स्ट्रीम की स्पीड हमें मालूम है, राइट? सो अपस्ट्रीम में 312 मिनट्स में क्या होगा, दैट इज आवर क्वेश्चन. So how much distance? Same formula, speed is equal to distance upon time. That is the basic formula. I always start with this formula. That means what we need to know is we want to know distance. So distance is equal to speed into time. So speed downstream or upstream. We know we want upstream speed. So upstream speed will be 5x minus x, because you know it very well. जब हमें अपस्ट्रीम निकालनी होती है तो बोट एंड स्टिल वाटर माइनस द स्ट्रीम स्पीड करते ही हमें अपस्ट्रीम स्पीड मिल जाती है. सो इट इज लाइक 10 minus 2 is 8. So we'll multiply this by 8, and the time is 312 minutes. When you convert this into hours, it will be like 312 by 60. इसका कैलकुलेशन कर डाला तो हमारा आंसर आ गया, राइट? बिकॉज दिस इज द फाइनल आंसर, राइट? So divided by 2, we got 30, and we got 4 here. 30 is like 10, and 312 is like 1 time, and 0 and 4, because 4 ones are 4, 3 ones are 3, and then we got 1, so 0, so 312 is 104. Now what we can do is just do it, not do that. Do just one thing, 4 into 104. So 4 into 1, 4 4 4s are 16, 41.6. That is the total distance covered in 312 minutes upstream. So is there any answer like 41.6 in the option? Yes, it is. Here we go. So I don't think that will be a big challenge for you now. Earlier when we saw the question, we read the question, we thought, oh yaar, ये तो कुछ challenging हो जाएगा, मुश्किल हो जाएगा. It happens in exam also. आपको question देख के बहुत tough लगेगा, but जब आप इसे solve करेंगे ना, बहुत easy हो जाएगा. So you need to remember one thing. आप question से डरे नहीं, question करें. Question करेंगे तो ही आगे बढ़ेंगे, नहीं तो भैया डर लगता रहेगा. We move on to the next question. Here we go. Question number 25 from RRB, that is 2006. A boat takes half time in moving a certain distance downstream than upstream. So distance is constant. Distance is constant. Time taken. So it takes upstream to downstream. Time taken is like 1:2. Why it is 1:2? Because upstream is to downstream is 2:1. Because it will take more time in upstream than downstream. Upstream is 2 and downstream is 1. It takes half the in moving certain distance downstream than upstream. Okay. What is the ratio between the rate in the still water and the rate of current? Let's see. This is the time. So when we call it for the speed, we know it very well. Speed is equal to distance upon time. So speed is inversely proportional to the time. Speed is inversely proportional to the time. So speed is u is to d will be like 1:2 for sure. Now, what is the ratio between the rate in the still water? Still water, right? Let's consider the upstream speed as x and y stream in the downstream it is 2x. So when you calculate in still water, the speed will be half 2x plus x, right? So it will be like 3x by 2. That is in the still water, the speed is like that. When you calculate the stream speed, it will be like half 2x minus x. Why 2x minus x? Because when you subtract upstream from the downstream speed, you will get 2x minus x and do it half, it will be the still, it is the stream speed, the speed of stream. So 2x minus x is x, so x by 2. Now what exactly do you want? Let's see the question. It says between the still water and the current. So still water is like 3x by 2 and you want its ratio with in the current. So x by 2. So we cancel out 2, we cancel out x, it is 3:1. Is there any option like 3:1? Yes, it is. Option number D. So this is the way you need to do. You need to do it very properly with the formula and proper organized way. Otherwise you may get confused. We move on to next question. Question number 30. Let's see what does it say. So a man swimming in a stream which flows 1.5 kilometer per hour. Though speed, the man in a stream which flows, the stream speed is given. Is 1.5 kilometer per hour, right? The stream speed is given. He finds that in a given time is fixed. He can swim twice as far with the stream as he can against it, right? So the downstream speed, let's assume that the downstream speed is 2x and the upstream speed is x because it takes twice the time. So if it takes twice the time, the speed is also twice. So it will take like upstream speed is x, downstream speed is 2x. At what rate does he swim? Uska swimming rate nikalna hai. So from this formula, because see, the stream speed, we know it that stream speed is half d minus u. When you subtract upstream from the downstream and divide it by 2, you get the stream speed, right? So when you calculate this, this is half. Downstream is the speed is 2x, it is x. So 2x minus x is x. So x by 2 is stream speed. But we know this is speed. The stream speed is given 1.5. So x by 2 is equal to 3 by 2. 1.5 can be written as 3 by 2. So 2 gets cancelled out. X की value आ जाती है हमारे पास 3. Now x is equal to 3. So x की value 3 आते ही upstream की speed 3 हो जाती है, downstream की speed 6 हो जाती है. What rate does he swim? See, he swim is very much similar to a boat in a still water. So boat in still water, speed of that. So speed of a boat in still water, that is how does it swim? So half upstream plus downstream when you add them. So it is like half. The answer was 3 and 6. So 6 plus 3, that is 9 by 2, that is 4.5 is the rate in which he is swimming. So is there any option like 4.5 or 4.5? Here we go, 4.5 is 4.5 kilometer per hour. So in this way you need to find the answer. One more question we do and then we'll move to the next exercise. At his usual rowing rate, Rahul can travel 12 miles downstream. 12 miles downstream in a certain river in 6 hours, less than it takes him to travel the same distance upstream. But if he could double his rowing speed for his 24-mile round the trip, the downstream will be 12 miles, would then take only 1 hour less than the upstream. What is the speed of the current in the miles per hour? बहुत ज़्यादा गोल गोल घुमाने वाला क्वेश्चन लग रहा है. देखते हैं क्या कर सकते हैं. मैट 2001 का क्वेश्चन है, यानी प्रीवियस ईयर का क्वेश्चन है, इग्नोर तो नहीं कर सकते हम. इस क्वेश्चन में आपको दे रखा है, मान लेते हैं हम लोग कि जो स्टिल वाटर की स्पीड है, स्टिल वाटर की स्पीड को x मान लिया हमने, एंड जो करंट की स्पीड है, करंट, उसको y मान लिया हमने. सो अगर ऐसा मैं करता हूं तो डाउन स्ट्रीम की स्पीड हो जाती है x प्लस वाई एंड अप स्ट्रीम की स्पीड हो जाती है x माइनस वाई. दैट यू नो इट वेरी वेल. x प्लस वाई इज द डाउन स्ट्रीम स्पीड एंड x माइनस वाई इज अप स्ट्रीम स्पीड. नाउ हमें एक बेसिक फॉर्मूला मालूम है, स्पीड इज इक्वल टू डिस्टेंस अपॉन टाइम. दैट मीन्स व्हाट? अगर मुझे यहाँ पे टाइम दे रखा है, राइट, सो टाइम की वैल्यू हो जाएगी डिस्टेंस अपॉन स्पीड. दिस डिस्टेंस, बिकॉज सी time is 6 hours less than it takes him, right? 6 hours less. तो हम एक काम करते हैं, T1 minus T2 is given as 6. So T1 minus T2 is 6. Now we need to know which time is more, the downstream time or the upstream time. And we know it very well. It takes more time going upstream than downstream. So here it is T1. T1 is equal to distance upon time. Distance is 12 miles. And speed down upstream is x minus y. So here x minus y minus t2, that is 12 x plus y is equal to 6, right? Now we need to solve this equation. So it is like 12x plus 12y minus 12x minus plus 12y is equal to x minus y and x plus y. When you multiply them, a minus b, a plus b is a square minus b square. So it goes here 6 x square minus y square, right? So we cancel out all the x's and it will remain 24y is equal to 6 x square minus y square. This is the first equation, right? Now the second equation, what does it say? It says that it take only 1 hour less the upstream 12 miles. Wow, if we use it like double his rowing speed. See, the stream speed is constant. We are just doubling the rowing speed. So rowing speed was, what was the rowing speed? Rowing speed क्या रखी थी हमने? X, right? Not Y, current की stream. So rowing speed को double कर देते हैं. Same thing, T1 minus T2 is equal to 1. This time it is just 1 hour difference. T1 is upstream. Upstream is 12. Now it is like 2 into x minus y minus 12 2 into x plus y, because that will be the upstream time, downstream time is equal to 1, right? So in this way, 2 into 12, so 24x plus 12y minus 24x plus minus plus 12y is equal to 2x, that is 4x square minus y square, right? It is given. So x gets cancelled out. It is like 24y is equal to 4x square minus y square. We have got one equation like this, second equation like this. So we call it 24y 6x square minus 6y square. We have two formulas. We have two equations now. What we can do is multiply this by 6, right? We need to find out what? Directly find out that. We have to find out the current speed, and current speed is y. So do one thing, just y remains there and x gets cancelled out. Do something like that. So what we'll do is we'll multiply this by 3 and multiply this by 2. So we get 3 into 24. We got 17 here, 72. Y is equal to 3, 4. 12x square minus 3y square, right? Here we go 24 into 2. So that is 48y is equal to 12x square minus 6 into 2. 12y square, right? Just cancel out this thing, do minus and plus. So 72 minus 48 will be 24y, and here we go 12 minus 3, that is 9y square. So y gets cancelled out, y remains, so y is equal to 24 by 9. So simplifying this 24 by 9, we get 3 here, 3 into 3, and then we got 8 3. So it is like 8 by 3. 8 by 3 can be written as 2 by 3, because 3 to the 6 plus 2. So the answer is 2 by 3 or 8 by 3, whatever is in the question. It is 2 by 3. Here we go, we got the answer. Let's move on to the next question. चलिए हम लिए चलते हैं आपको डेटा सफिशिएंसी के कुछ क्वेश्चंस पे. So डेटा सफिशिएंसी के क्वेश्चंस किस तरह से करने हैं, राइट? डेटा सफिशिएंसी के क्वेश्चन में in earlier chapters also, as I have told you, that you need to find that the data provided is sufficient or not sufficient. That is the only thing you need to remember. We have a question. We don't want to know the answer. We just want to know that which of the data will provide the answer. See, what are the options given? पहले जो ऑप्शन है वो दे रखा है आपको कि भैया पहला वाला सफिशिएंट है, सेकंड वाला इनसफिशिएंट है. दूसरे में कह रहा है कि सेकंड वाला सफिशिएंट है, पहला वाला इनसफिशिएंट है. दोनों अपने आप में इंडिविजुअली सफिशिएंट है, दोनों ही अपने आप में इंडिविजुअली इनसफिशिएंट है, नॉट सफिशिएंट है. दोनों वैसे तो इंडिविजुअली इनसफिशिएंट है बट टुगेदर आर नेसेसरी. सो ऐसे 4 और 5 ऑप्शंस आते हैं एग्जाम में डेटा सफिशिएंसी को लेके. सो लेट्स फाइंड आउट व्हिच ऑफ द डेटा विल गिव द आंसर, राइट? ओके, so what is the speed of the boat in the still water? So you need to find speed of boat in still water, right? Let's say it takes 2 hours to cover the distance between A and B. 2 hours लग रहे हैं, distance is A and B. It takes 4 hours to cover distance A and B upstream. See, 2 times are given. See, one thing you need to know, speed is equal to distance upon time, right? You need to find the speed of boat in still water, right? Distance is not given, time is given, and speed is not given. So we have 2 unknowns with 1 equation. I don't think it will be easy for you to find out the speed. Let's try. If it is, say for example, downstream. So downstream speed is what? Downstream is, say the distance is x. We have to consider anything like x, right? So for x distance, Speed is equal to distance upon time. So speed is equal to distance. X, time is 2. And upstream is what? Upstream is distance upon time again. So upstream is u. This is x by 4. So we have got downstream with x, upstream with x. Any calculation on this will remain for x only, because we have 3 unknowns, 1, 2 and 3, and only 2 equations. So 3 unknowns, 2 equations, both the equations won't get you the answer. Fourth one. Fourth says data even in both first and second will not be sufficient to give the answer. As you understand, there are 2 things which are missing. Only one thing is given. So you cannot go with the answer, right? Here we go. Next is question number 8. Let's see what does it say. It say what is the speed of the boat in still water. Again, you need to find out still water, the boat in the still water speed, right? Speed of the current is 2 kilometers per hour. So first part is given, current, that is 2 km per hour. Time taken by boat to cover distance of 24 kilometers running upstream in 1 hour, more than the time taken to cover the same distance running downstream, right? So time, speed is equal to distance upon time. That means time is equal to distance by speed, right? Time is equal to distance by speed. Now the distance is same, time taken by the boat to cover a distance of 24 kilometers, right? So time taken for 24 kilometers running upstream. So upstream, that is the speed, distance is 24. So 24 by upstream minus 24 by downstream is equal to 1. See, this is the time for going upstream, this is the time for going downstream, and that difference is 1, right? So this is one equation with 2 unknowns, and this is one of the thing given, right? See, you need to find out speed of boat in still water. If you remember that upstream speed is speed of boat in still water minus what? Minus the current speed, and downstream is what? Speed of still water, boat in still water plus the current. So current is given, speed we need to find. So current is 2. So you can write 24 by u. U is what? Speed minus current. So S minus current is 2 minus 24 by D. D is speed plus current. So S plus 2 is equal to 1. So there is just one equation, one unknown, and we took this. So with both the equations we can find the answer. See, मुझे आंसर से मतलब नहीं है, मैं इसको पूरा कंप्लीट सॉल्व करके आंसर ले आऊंगा, that I am sure, and that is only with only one unknown, one equation we can find out. But we found out with the help of this, because we have used the current speed here. So answer is 5. That means data in both the statements together are necessary. We need to add both the data, and then we get the answer. We move on to last question of the video, so that you understand the concept of data sufficiency with speed, boat and time. So here we go, question number 9, that is RBI 2004 question. See, speed of the current, you need to find the current speed, right? So I write current is equal to question mark. Speed of boat is 4 km per hour in still. So still water, the speed is 4 km per hour. Great. Boat runs at a speed of 6 km per hour downstream. So when it goes downstream, the speed is 6 km per hour. The difference between the speeds while traveling in still water and downstream is 2 km. The difference between the speeds of boat while traveling in still water and downstream is 2. So you can see only third will give the answer. Why so? Because that difference is just the current speed, right? अगर मैं कहूँ आपसे कि still water में जो चलती है boat, डाउनस्ट्रीम में जो चलती है बोट, उनमें एक्चुअल डिफरेंस क्या है? You know it very well that downstream speed is equal to still water speed of boat plus the current speed. So if the difference is given, that difference is just because of the speed of the current. So only third will give you the answer, right? First and second, if we do one thing, still and down. So if we remove that still water from the downstream, we will get the current part. So 1 and 2 मिला के आंसर मिलेगा, थर्ड अकेले से आंसर मिल जाएगा. So only this, either 1 and 2 together or third. So 1 and 2 together or only third will give the answer. So E is the answer. And in this way, मैंने यहाँ पे पूरा चैप्टर आपको बहुत अच्छे से एक्सप्लेन किया. I just want one thing, that आप इस चैनल को जरूर सब्सक्राइब करें, शेयर करिए आगे से आगे, लोगों को बताइए कि दिस इज द थिंग यू नीड. Each and every chapter of this book and many other books will be solved here. So live video solution only on this channel. So subscribe this, share to the maximum, and if you like it, just hit the like button. Thank you and take care.